Hey everybody. Hey everybody. So, I wanted to talk about this. I've been playing Sonic X Shadow Generations for on stream, but I wanted this to be on my main channel to talk about Sonic a little bit as a series. And the reason why I started recording is because I found the last bolt in the overworld. And I think that this is a kind of a good spot to kind of talk about the game. I'm now done with everything into it. And at this point, I'm just running around the open world just trying to find everything. And that last bolt is all I really needed. So, after defeating the final boss and running around, I've also unlocked hard mode. I've unlocked a few other things. And after that stream that I had defeating the final boss, I said I was going to do a full review at some point.
Amazing.
And
Excellent.
oh, the rocket's done. Oh, it's a little flicky bird. It's like it's a cuckoo clock.
Sorry, no.
Oh, it's because it is a clock. So much for a Flicky Island vacation. Unless you gotta see one Flicky in the end. Supporting me remix from Forces. Huh. Fascinating. But one of the things that I brought up in my streams of this game was it is incredibly fun to just run around the open world with Shadow, and to an extent that was the same thing with Frontiers, but I want to say to a lesser extent, I feel like Frontiers were pretty good set-piece moments and pretty good boss fights that had a lot of empty space in it. I think that mostly comes down to every company trying their hand at making an open world game in their setting with their characters, and I feel like Forces could be done a little bit. Sorry, not Forces. That's a story for another day, but Sonic Frontiers could have been made a little bit better, but I'm not holding it against them. I've just been running around this open space. It's honestly like one of my favorite games of all time now. It's let me pull up the list. There we go. Let's see. Let me just bring it over here so I can see it properly. So at the top of the list, you have Sonic and the Black Knight, you have Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, you have Sonic Heroes, you have Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then just below that is Shadow Generations. Not specifically, there's a separation between Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations, and then above that, Frontiers, Rush, and then Unleashed. I should specifically state that this is the Xbox 360 version of Unleashed. Because unfortunately there is a bit of a difference between the Wii and the Xbox 360 version. I think I would put, yeah, about right here. Yeah, Wii version right there. You know, I'm fine with people disagreeing with me on saying that the Wii version is not as good, but I just like the extra content. I like the open hub areas in the Xbox version of the game. It gives me that adventure feel. But I have Shadow Generations really high on my list of gold, but it's not quite platinum. I'm still filling out this list, and I expect uh, the other Sonic games right here to slowly make their way out of platinum right now. But for right now, that's where it is. Shadow Generations has been very interesting for me to kind of look at for the past few weeks or month months, because it's really made me think about what I want Sonic as a franchise to go. And I think I figured it out. So let's go into a level very quickly. Let's do it with... I have to do it with at least doing at least once. I don't think I need to use it, but... whatever. I'll just play Act 1 again. So, I feel like the thing that Sonic has been missing for a very long time is hub areas. Like, interesting hub areas to go and do stuff in. And then it's like... Oh, I noticed that. I'm gonna restart just so I can see what's up there. Hmm. Okay, so... But, like, one of the things that I am always... that I will always enjoy about Sonic is... this overall sense of just awestruck speed. And which is like, wow, I'm going really fast. This is fun. Ah, I see. I kind of want to get that emblem. But this is the thing. Is that I'm not playing this level to get a good score. I'm playing this level to collect stuff. I'm playing the level to explore. And I feel like Sonic games have been kind of missing this, and I was listening to someone who really likes original, like, Generations. I don't agree. I don't really like Generations as much. I feel like it's a pretty terrible game at fulfilling what it wanted to accomplish. That sucks. But stuff like this is fun, where it's like, I see something that I want to collect, I'm gonna do everything in my power to try to figure out how to get there. And explore. In the adventure games, did the same thing with platforming in weird areas. Like, the design ethos literally, for at least Adventure 2, is showcased very well in the Mystic Melody ability. Need to have slightly better timing on that. But when it comes down to like perfection in a Sonic game, I've never really, I'm not, you know, striving for like getting everything on the first run. I know what I'm messing up.
Chaos control.
There we go. And now I can finish the level and not feel bad. Like, this level is amazing. And it's based off of one of the worst Sonic games, like, of recent memory.
Out of my way.
Like, I hear people still to this day getting upset that Sonic Forces is even a game. That's weird. Thought I had a wall jump. Maybe it's only... Maybe it's only with, like, Sonic stuff, because I distinctly remember that there is a wall jump. Well, that's awkward. Didn't mean to miss that one. Ah!
Let's do this.
Yeah, and of course, like, with Shadow as a character, I've always liked the Black Arms storyline with Shadow. It's a fascinating bent to his character. And having him go through and having him go through this storyline where he has to reconfront his dad is really neat. I like where they're going with this. Ow!
No!
That's unfortunate. I messed up a little bit too hard right there. Oh? Yeah, if it didn't die, I would have probably gotten an S. Nice. But yeah, that's good demonstration of like a lot of what this game is about. Like from just the standpoint of like how the game like conducts itself, how it like goes about. It's a overall incredibly fun experience. And I definitely give it I rate games based off of like bronze, silver, gold, where gold is uh where gold has a level of satisfaction that makes me want to go back and play the game. Like that's really the bar. Silver is an average game. Gold makes me want to go back to the game. Bronze uh makes me want to recommend people against playing it. You know, it's like it's this level of play it really is like I recommend it, I do not recommend it. You know? And most games that are relatively average end up being that silver rank. So there's like half of like every game that I like think of is either silver or bronze. Sorry, is silver or gold. And when someone has to remind me that a game exists, it's usually because it's bronze. Because it's not like immediately on the mind
All right.
when talking about certain things. Which one is that? Hmm. Mm. Let's actually head to the collection room. Just like in Generations. Oh, hello. Just like in Generations, you have this collection room to investigate everything. You have like a list of music that you can go into. All pretty good. Uh, the one thing I did notice though is when it comes to the Shadow the Hedgehog music, because they have all of Shadow's themes from over the years, and like some other game themes. What I did end up noticing is that they have all of the Shadow themes from Shadow the Hedgehog, uh, except for the Power Man 5000 song, which very tragic. They do have Ungravitify, which is always a treat. I like it when games are when it includes that. And then Never Turn Back is also here, which sorry. Um, if you saw my video like doing like the musical bracket, like Never Turn Back is and it will always be my favorite Sonic song. Yeah, I love the Generations format. I just wish that Base Generations was just a fundamentally better game. Because one of the oh yeah, it's the find the computer room scene. Very cool. Yeah, one of the things I've always kind of been sad about with regular like Sonic Generations is yeah, the biggest problem with like Sonic Generations as a whole was just how it plays and how lackluster the end product kind of felt. This takes the format and makes it feel amazing, while at the same time, it's also yeah, while at the same time, it's a brand new experience that really works. That is that is just where my mind goes. This game really works. It's not really everything I've ever wanted in a Sonic game. That would be Sonic the Black Knight 2 or a third storybook game. Like that's where my mind instantly goes when I think of things that I would want for a Sonic game. This did scratch an itch that I didn't know I had, and that is commendable. Like, this was an amazing experience, and I loved a lot of it. I did hear some people say that they had some problems with the overall pacing of the game, and I think that mostly just comes down to them not liking open world segments like this, and instead would have preferred the game to just be straightforward the whole way. And I disagree. I think the part about this game that I fundamentally enjoyed was the running around for a bit between levels, which I would say is similar to the feeling that I had for similar to the feeling I had for Frontiers, if I'm gonna be at least a little charitable with it. And again, it's not just because I dislike Frontiers or something. It's literally because I had a bit of a hang up trying to get 100% in that game, and that game is a bit rough to 100%. And I think it mostly just comes down to the fact I was playing it on the Switch, which I know for a fact is not the optimal way to play the game, but like just like running around this tiny little segment, I've just had this like oh, that one's a blue one. I'm looking for a green chest. Yeah, there's definitely one that's gonna be on top of the Chaos Island plateau. Yep, there we go. Sonic Forces. Okay. I do like how this game does not shy away from the weirder parts of the game franchise. Like, it talks about, like, at least in the Sonic half, it brings up Sonic Unleashed. In this part, it brings up Sonic Forces. The fight with Mephiles is one of the easiest in the game, but it's also one of the most satisfying bosses to fight. After going through the game, you kind of do have to do all of the side challenges. Yeah, challenge list. And you go through it only to be given a set of harder challenges to do afterwards, which includes beating all the levels again on a harder difficulty. Not... Ah, dang it. I've had this, like, lore chest over here this whole time. I just always forget that that one's there. But yeah, I have quite a bit in the game left to get. I think I'm at 13 hours, and my record says that I'm at 73% for the stages and 80% overall. Yeah, this was an amazing game. I like it. Although I will say, the one thing that's a bit of a hang-up is the length a little bit, because this was a full-priced game, so it's like 60, 70 for some people. And at the end of the day, the game that most people bought this game for was the Shadow part. Like, I have on my Steam library, I have regular generations, and then I have Sonic X Shadow generations. And it would have been neat if I had some sort of, like, a discount for already having Sonic generations, or if progress on the other version of Sonic Generations carried over into this game. Considering that Sonic Generations already runs in an emulator, it would be neat if they just gave you a bunch of the stuff to connect the older version of Generations to this game, but I guess not. But yeah, at this point I'm just running around, just like trying not to ramble as much. But I have this big stupid grin on my face, like the whole time that I'm playing this game. And like I could sit here and go, man, this game was incredibly fun. I got to fight Mephiles the Dark in it, and he uses the attack that kills Sonic the Hedgehog against Shadow, and it was very funny. Hmm. Clearly missing something because there should be more chests, according to my math. But yeah, after this, I'm probably gonna just 100% the game. I'm... This probably would have gotten my Game of the Year if it didn't come out in an already stacked year with one of my... with two incredibly fun RPGs that came out within a very short amount of time between each other. A one of the most fun yet short platformers I've ever played, and I still have to go back and do a lot more in that game since like a free DLC for it just came out. I say just, like it wasn't like several months ago and I just didn't have the time to do it. But at the same time, I'm sitting here going, I had so much fun with this game. I I think I would agree with the idea that if Sega made this game again and just tripled the length, it probably would be like one of the greatest Sonic games of all time. Yeah. I'm I'm definitely going to be 100%ing this game. I think I still have the... Do I still have the Sonic image? Did I save it in this? It does not look like it. Huh. Dang, that sucks. I wish I had... I wish I had that image on hand. I just don't know where it is right now. But it is a list of every Sonic game and a checklist of have I beaten this game before? And have I 100%ed that game before? And now that this game is out, I definitely want to 100% this game. I've 100%ed other Sonic games, but the real difference between me 100%ing uh, Sonic Heroes, which is fundamentally an easy game to do that with, uh, and the gargantuan task that was 100%ing Shadow the Hedgehog, which I recommend that you never do that out of any Sonic game. I do not recommend you 100%ing that game. Me and my sister are not normal individuals for 100%ing that game. There, we got all the stuff up here. But yeah, I loved this game. Definitely in my, like... Is it in top 5? I think it barely is not in my top 5. I might knock Sonic Heroes down a little bit. I still like that game, but man, do I give it too much of a glowing reception in this list. Let me actually do that right now. Sonic Heroes, I'm moving you down to between Frontiers and a Rush. Shadow Generations, I'm going to move you right there so you're barely in the list. Nah, I can't just cheat. I can't just cheat like that. I'm gonna leave right there. Yeah, I'm gonna still say that Shadow Generations is in my top 5 favorite Sonic games of all time. That being Sonic the Black Knight, Adventure 1 and 2, Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then Shadow Generations. Followed very close behind by Frontiers, Heroes, and Rush. Again, I probably will also bring Frontiers down a little bit. And it's not because it's a bad game, it's because I just did not enjoy some of the emptiness that's in the game. So I'm probably going to just bring that down a little bit. But to under Sonic Unleashed, yeah. But yeah, I shouldn't scroll down too far. But yeah, I loved this game. I give it a gold if and as you could tell, I really wanted to give it a platinum, but I just can't justify. No, I think it's in my top 5 Sonic games of all time. I guess it would be in platinum, but I've been reserving platinum for my top 3 Sonic games of all time, and for a while it was Sonic the Black Knight, Adventure 2, Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then it was the rest of the games. But after replaying Adventure 1 recently, I really did have to bring it up because of the story. Just the story of Adventure 1 is just so good, and the actual, like, and the adventure, the road to 100%ing Adventure 2 was so fun that I might actually just start recording Sonic Adventure 2 like right after finishing recording this. Like it's that good. Like I'm in the middle of recording something else, like uploading something right now, but I might as well just upload this like right now and just let it go without like any editing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll see all y'all next time. Goodbye.